This episode of Soldier Knows Best is brought to you by Full Sail University. Hey, what's up guys, Soldier Knows Best here. This is my review of the Samsung Galaxy camera. Now this camera is boasting a lot of features, including it's running a full version of Android 4.1 Jelly Bean. So it's a lot of cool stuff going on inside this camera, but I'm gonna test it out to see whether it's gonna be worth your hard-earned money. So I'm just gonna start the review with the design and the hardware. All right, so at first glance, you can see that the Samsung Galaxy camera definitely has some size to it. So it's not extremely big, but when I do compare it to something like the Sony HX30V, you can see that the Galaxy camera is definitely bigger. It's going to be taking up a lot more space in your pocket. But overall, I do like the ergonomics of this camera. It does have a nice little grip on the right-hand side. Now, as we make our way around the device, at the top, you'll find the power button, and also too, you'll find the shutter release and the zoom controls. Then on the right-hand side, you will find the micro USB port and also a 3.5mm headphone jack. And then on the left-hand side, you will find a speaker, and also you'll find the flash control. So this does have manual flash. So if you do want to take flash with the camera, you're gonna have to press that button first, and then it will pop up, and you can go ahead and snap your picture. Now on the bottom, you will find a little slot there that holds the battery, and this battery is a 1660 milliamp battery. But the battery life on this camera is very disappointing. In real-world usage, you'll only be able to get about 2 to 2.5 hours of usage out of this thing. And this is me without surfing the internet, playing games, nothing like that. Just strictly taking pictures and video for this review video. And also in this battery compartment, you will find a micro SD card slot, and also you'll find the slot for where the SIM card goes. And now speaking of the SIM cards, I'm going to talk about the connectivity that you can get with this camera. Now it works on AT&T and Verizon cellular network. Now with the AT&T, this is going to be on the HSPA Plus network, so it's going to be 3G/4G connectivity that you'll be able to use. But on Verizon, you'll be able to get on Verizon's LTE. They're very fast LTE network, and the plans are a little bit cheaper, even though the camera itself has cost a little bit more. If you buy it from Verizon, the plans are going to cost you a little bit less. And now taking a look at the back of the camera, you'll find a huge 4.8 HD super clear LCD display. Now the display has a resolution of a 1280 by 720, and it's going to get you a very nice image. So if you're playing back videos or pictures that you've taken on the camera, or again, you've downloaded some movies to watch on this camera, I know it sounds very weird to watch a movie on the camera, but everything will look very crystal clear. And the Samsung Galaxy camera can take 16 megapixel pictures with its 23mm lens, which has a focal length of 4.1 to 86.1 millimeters, and it gets you all the way down to f2.8 for your low light shooting. And this does have 21 times optical zoom, which is going to get you nice and close to a subject that is very far away. And of course, it does have optical image stabilization, so even though you're just going to be zoomed all the way in, it's going to do its best to try to keep the image as stable as possible. Now taking a look on the inside of this camera, you're going to find 1 GB of RAM and a 1.4 gigahertz quad-core processor. Yes, this camera has better specs than a lot of cell phones out there on the market right now. But the reason why it has these high specs on the inside is because it's running Android 4.1 Jelly Bean. And I will have to tell you that Android runs just fine on this camera. Now there are a couple of hiccups and lags and things like that with switching between applications sometimes, but for the most part, it runs just like a high-end cell phone, and navigating around Android is just the same experience. It's really not that much different as far as a cell phone like the S3 or the Galaxy Note 2. All the Android features, including access to the Google Play Store, so you can download applications, you can download games, you can download movies, TV shows, books. Again, it's just like a cell phone you can use on this camera. And so overall, I'm just really satisfied with the benchmarks and the performance of this camera, and also its ability to, again, to play the latest games and really all the software that is in the Google Play Store. But the software really does shine when you get into the camera application. So this camera app does have a couple useful features to it. It does have this live filter preview mode here, so you can scroll through a whole bunch of pre-installed filters here. It's kind of like Instagram, of course, and you can tap on them and see a live preview of what your picture will look like before you take it with each particular filter, which I do like. And then on the right-hand side, you have the dedicated camera button. Also, you have a dedicated video record button. And while you're recording video, you can also take up to 6 snapshots or 6 pictures while you're recording video at the same time, which is pretty useful. Then also, you'll find the mode button here, which will allow you to go into smart mode, which will show you a whole bunch of different presets here, from landscape to fireworks to nighttime preset, and also a cool preset called best face, which you've probably seen before. But anyway, allow you to take like 5 pictures, and you can choose one individual face and choose the best face out of all those pictures, and then put it on one particular picture if you wanted to, which is pretty nice. And then also you have the expert mode, which will allow you to adjust your pictures a little bit more. You can adjust the shutter speed, the aperture, the ISO if you wanted to. And it's going to be really, again, for those photographers who really have as much control as possible over their pictures. And so this camera also has voice commands. So once you turn them on in the settings, you can simply control the camera without touching anything, just like this. Say cheese. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. All right, now let's go take a look at some of the pictures and video from this camera. Now, this first picture, I'm going to zoom all the way in using a 21 times optical zoom and look at the very top of that tower. So again, the image quality is going to be the best, but you really can get close up to your subject here. And so this camera takes decent images. It has good details, again, but it's not as sharp as other cameras in this price range in this category. As you can see here when I zoom in here. Now, this is a really quick example between the Galaxy camera and the S3. Now, the Galaxy camera definitely produces better overall accurate colors, but you can see here the depth of field is not that big of a difference between a cell phone and a dedicated camera, which is something to definitely take note of. And the sharpness is pretty much the same between both of them. But now let me go ahead and shut up and let you take a look at some of the 1080p HD video at 30 frames per second I was able to take with this Samsung Galaxy camera. So now it's time to wrap up my review of this Samsung Galaxy camera. So what is this camera? Well, it's basically like the iPod Touch of cameras. It can do almost anything. I like the fact it is running a full version of Android. It can run all the applications in the Google Play Store. So this is a great media device, media consumption device to have, especially if you don't have like a Samsung Galaxy Player or an iPod Touch. This may be a great alternative for you. But the main reason why I buy a camera is because of the camera, the actual, the photo and video quality that you can get from it. And I'm just not that impressed with what I'm getting from the Samsung Galaxy camera. Because there are cheaper cameras from Samsung and their competitors Sony and Canon that will definitely get you better quality than what this camera can. But again, those cameras can't really run movies and things like that the Samsung Galaxy camera can do. So it's definitely a give and a take. But it's really dependent on what you're looking for, whether I can recommend this device for you. If you really want a small device or a digital camera that can really get you some awesome pictures, this is not it. But if you want a camera that can do a little bit of everything and you're really into that instant sharing to Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, and this camera is definitely, since it's connected on 3G or LTE or Wi-Fi, it's going to be able to give you that option. Then I can definitely recommend this for you. So you can pick up this camera right now for about $500. It depends whether you go into contract with AT&T and Verizon and little things like that. But for around $500, you can pick up this camera right now. And so this has been my review, guys. I'm about to end this video though, but before I do, just going to take one look at our sponsor for this video. Now, you probably can guess that the mobile app industry is definitely on fire right now. A lot of people are doing it, and Full Sail's University online mobile development bachelor's degree program can help you get a jump start on the competition and really take advantage of a lot of these emerging opportunities. In this degree, you'll learn both the programming and business sides of mobile development, and you'll be given all the tools to be able to develop and market an application from start to finish. Also, through Full Sail's Launchbox program, you'll be given a fully loaded MacBook Pro with all the latest industry software, plus iOS and Android devices to help you with your development. So if you're ready to master the technology and software to compete in this rapidly growing industry, visit fullsail.edu/soldier to learn more about this online degree program. Again, that's fullsail.edu/soldier. All right, guys, again, thanks for watching this video. Please leave a comment down below what you think about the Samsung Galaxy camera. And thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you later. Peace.